Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We do apologise about that. The XSplit decided to crash as soon as we went live, so fail blog. Anyway, Warwick is maybe going for a steal on this blue buff, although Reginald is circulating around that river area trying to stop Darian from doing so. That's exactly what he's going to do, and the XSplit just going to be able to get that blue as we went himself. So I am NZ, I'm joined by Metis, and we just obviously team SoloMid up against Moscow5, and I really does hope this lives up to its expectations, Vince.
Well, I mean, on paper, it definitely looks like the kind of match that you want to watch. I mean, it's that simple. You want to sit down with a nice cup of hot chocolate and watch it to the very bitter end. But obviously, sometimes NZ games do not live up to the hype, so fingers crossed this will not be one of those cases.
Yep, absolutely. Really want this game to really live past its expectations. And, well, the answer is going to be answered very shortly. And actually, Darius has decided to go in towards that mid lane instead. Reginald obviously not wanting to deal against the Kassadin. But Nocturne, Diamond Prox is going up towards that top lane right now. And he's ready, and he's on the prowl for a gank. Reginald, one step out of place, could be the mark of his first death of this game. What's he going to do? He's going to go up a bit. Diamond Proc is just going to lay the Dustbringer down, but the wall from Carver's Sphere is going to proc off. Yes, but it's not really going to do much, as Diamond Proc will have to go back and just go farm up or whatever he wants to do. Bot lane, we do see Chaos and X Special pushing that lane up against Gosu Pepper and Genja, and mid lane, which is Darius, is going to be pushing up on towards Alex Ich. So all lanes apart from that top lane completely pushed, although the top lane is getting rather pushed in. I'm not really sure about this move. Obviously, Reginald not wanting to play against that Kassadin. It's going to be hard. I mean, you've got a much bigger lane length in the top lane, you know, compared to that mid lane. So I mean, having a Karthus, he's very, very vulnerable for them ganks, so if Nocturne does come in, it's going to be very, very easy to try and take Reginald down.
Yeah, but I can kind of understand it, because the null sphere that comes out from Kassadin is very, very harassy, and it's going to push that Kassadin right back to the mid lane. So I can understand the logic there between putting the Kennen. Of course, Kennen is more than viable.
Sorry,
in mid.
Vince, I do have to interrupt. Diamond Prox is in the mid. Odd One has to back away, and so does Darius. I do apologize there, but if you guys do not know, Vince has to watch the stream while I'm actually in the game with Bass, who is our streamer. So he is a bit behind. So if I do interrupt them at certain points of the game, it isn't because I'm just being completely rude, it's because we don't really want to miss any of the action. And saying that, bot lane, we see some action. Gosu Pepper is going to go down, X Special with the first blood, but Genji's going to jump straight in. Chaos is going to fall. Can he land this double killed? Although the shield has been popped up, Genji just going to lay a bit of damage down on towards X Special, but he should be fine. Top lane, as Reginald is going to go on towards Darian, laying some harass down. Oh, Warwick should be okay-ish, unless he makes a very, very stupid move. I don't think that's really going to be on the cards. Should be absolutely fine. But 2 kills have been exchanged bot lane. Both of them kills did go down. Corky is going to pick up the first. Well, the second, and Janna picked up the first. So definitely favouring Moscow5 at this point.
Well, yeah, I mean, the first sign's good, NZ, but definitely early days, just 5 minutes into this game. And most importantly, though, you know, Moscow5 did retort there. They did get a kill back, so have pulled themselves slightly back into the game here. But either way, you know, very early days, NZ. Interesting to see how that top lane works out, though, from my opinion. I don't know whether Nocturne is going to be super active at the top, or if he's basically just going to focus on the mid.
Yeah, we did just see Nocturne go towards the mid lane, although Kassadin was completely out of mana, so he's going to recall. Alex Ich is going to go back. What's he going to buy up? He has got that Ruby Crystal and a couple of wards to set down for his own living as well, and a couple of health pots. 4, in fact, as Darian is going to try and push back this top lane, as Chaos and X Special remain at bot. Although X Special is going to go back, but the lane is pushed at bot once again as well. Darius is going to go back as well, so a multitude of players going back and buying. Kennen is going to pick up the double Doran, so he's definitely going to be going towards the AD route. And Janna has picked up the Fairy Charm, obviously started off with that and got a heart of gold and has a couple of sight wards as well to put down in the river at her choosing. Reginald is going to go back as well. What is he going to buy up? He has got that sapphire crystal and the ruby crystal going towards that catalyst of the protector. Kassadin, as I said, you know, he got them health pots. Nocturne did go back, has got the cloth armor and the ward as well, although he has just placed that down. Odd One has to be very, very careful. He's practically sandwiched in that bush right now, although Nocturne has gone back towards the lane, so he is pretty much safe. But Odd One isn't going to waste too much of his time. He's going to go towards the opposition jungle. Blue is back up right now, and here comes Odd One on the prowl towards that blue, but Diamond Prox does spot Odd One, and Odd One is going to go on towards Diamond Prox, although he's going to back away as Chaos and Xpecial are joining the pack, and so is the mid player of Dyrus right now, as the ward does go down in the bush, just releasing a bit of vision. Dyrus has to be careful as the null sphere did come out. The fear is going to get procced off, although there was the smite. Genja is very, very low. Howling Gale, but he's going to jump over the wall. Cannon as well, and there we go. Ghost Pepper goes down early on, and now we could see Odd One biting the dust, although that shield too strong as the teleport from Kassadin right there to just completely shut him down, and obviously the null spear for the silence, and that is going to be a dragon for Moscow5 unless Chaos can pull off something absolutely incredible. That is the question that's going to be answered very shortly. No, the Howling Gale is going to go across, should be fine. Moscow5 with the dragon, 2 kills to 2, 100 gold in it, and at the moment it's definitely living up to his expectations, neck and neck.
Yeah, I was just watching kind of the climax of that team fight there, Enzy, and for me it's just that Moscow5 reacted instantly. They did not let up. As soon as they knew where TSM were, they just piled in from all different angles, picked up a couple kills, and looked very strong indeed. So yeah, great work from Moscow5, really reacting quick there, and also pull back the dragon very close on gold.
Yeah, I did actually just see Chaos dash towards Corki there and actually land a kill. I think the Ignite was popping down, and Ghost Pepper has disconnected of some kind. He has left the game, so I can only guess it's going to be a disconnect. So we're just going to have to see how that one does go about. I haven't actually got chat enabled, although I'm going to try and see if I can. Yes, so if there is any messages popping up on the screen, I will inform you guys. But apart from that, nothing really going on right now. Reginald is going to get them walls for himself and go back up towards the top lane. He obviously did push that, so he had the option to go towards the enemy or his own. He went towards the wolves, he went for the safer route, and now he's going to be getting himself the blue buff. Should be absolutely fine with the likes of Karthus. And now Karthus has that level 6, and he's got that ultimate at his disposal, can really put some global damage down, and it looks like a lane switch is going to come into play for TSM. Reginald going to go back towards the lane he does best in, that is mid, and Dyrus up the top lane as well. So it's going to be Darien versus Dyrus, and Dyrus is getting an ultimate to the face as soon as he enters that lane, and now he's going to go back. Darien was like, hi, here's a welcome gift, have an ultimate to the face, and you're going to be going back on your way. Although, I thought Darien for a second would have stopped that. Wasn't the case though, but the lane is completely pushed up top. Dyrus is going to go back, has finished off the Sorcerer's Shoes, while he has 2 of the Doran's Blades.
Enzy, can you just check something for me? I'm sure I saw somebody disconnecting before.
Yes, Ghost Pepper disconnected, like I said.
Oh dear.
Oh, yeah, Ghost Pepper.
Has he
So
reconnected
they're without a man. No, they have not. Ghost Pepper is not in the game.
Well, that's gonna leave Corki in a very precarious position at bot lane. 1v2 against Janet and Graves would not like to be in his shoes right now.
Absolutely. I'm not actually sure what went on right there. There's no messages in chat or such, so I guess they're just going to carry on playing. We're just going to have to see, like I did say. But Reginald going to enter his lane again. Corki all alone against a Graves and a Janna. Not good stuff there, as Karthus is going to put Kassadin under some pressure. Kassadin is relatively high on HP though, isn't going to do a great deal, as Nocturne is going to go up towards the top lane. He's waiting, that Tribush has his ultimate up, and he's going to pop it right now. Dyrus has to flash away, almost pop Lightning Rush as well, fear procced off, but Dyrus should be alright, as Odd One will ultimate down. The shield was on Dyrus, just saving him there, so Odd One quick with that trigger finger, and boom, baby. And he's definitely on towards Dyrus, and Dyrus is going to be fine, although popping that flash and the ultimate as well, so that's not going to be at their disposal anymore. Corki is actually going to get tower dived right now. I mean, they have the power to do that, and he's literally just sandwiched in next to that wall. They're going to wait until that tower goes down. Can Corki do anything? That's the question that's going to be answered right now. Flash comes in, ultimate from Graves, Chaos with the kill, and there's Chaos with yet another. As the Rift Walk does come out from Kassadin on towards Reginald, but Reginald is just going to go back. So we've got Chaos on 3-1. That is not good at all. And especially as they're winning kills, now Gosu Pepper has disconnected. This is not good from Moscow5 right now.
It's basically going to completely cripple Corki. I can't see how he can get himself back in this game, Enzi. You know, he doesn't have a support anymore. His bot tower's down. What can he do?
I have to quickly interrupt you. Diamond Prox is going to go straight in 1v2 at bot lane against Chaos and Special. I'm not sure what he's doing here, as the Carthus ultimate will come in exhaust as well. Diamond will go down. Reginald with that kill pinging on towards Kassadin as he's going to come down as well. Trying to land a kill of some sort. Rift Walk and Q on towards X-Special, but X-Special should be fine. And Alex Itch is now going to go back to find Chaos, has recalled, and Kassadin and Odd One is going to push that mid top lane. We do see Warwick going on towards Kennen here. Darius has to be careful. But let me have a quick look at the CS of such. Chaos with 92 against Genja's 83. So Chaos is going to win bottom, but that's pretty much expected. He's without a support right now, is Genja. So feeling a bit sorry for him right now. Not really sure what is going on. But I'm sure we'll get the rundown of that at the very time soon. Anyway, Carthus with 103, Kassadin with 73. So that's just how good Reginald is farming up right now against that Kassadin. And I'm going to keep my eyes on Reginald right now. Wall does go out, and Odd One does go out as well. Diamond Prox is there, but here comes Kassadin. Here comes Genja as well. Odd One and Reginald have to get out of there, but here comes Chaos. And Chaos is just doing all tons of damage as he's going to go straight in, very confident in towards that bush. Already has one kill. Can he finish off another? Doesn't look like it's going to be possible. And the blue steel is going to come in from TSM. Surely is going to go on towards Reginald though, as he's just spamming them Qs away. And actually went on towards Odd One there. So a little bit of a mistake, but yeah, still, it is currently 4v5 on the map right now. But TSM 6 kills to 2, but really, I don't know what's going on.
Well, if you're wondering why they haven't remade this game, or why basically they haven't just gone back to the drawing board and basically started afresh, is because I believe the rules state that if First Blood goes down, you can't remake. After 10 minutes has gone, you can't remake. And that's the reason why I don't think Moscow5 have even bothered to ask the question. From what I can see on the chat, Enzi, they haven't actually said anything whatsoever. They haven't even said, like, you know, Genja's having internet issues. It's just basically he disappeared and that's pretty much it.
That is literally all that happened. It just said disconnected, that's it. No chat was exchanged at all. If that is the rule, then obviously they can't do anything about it. It's very sad to see, but let's just see if Moscow5 can slowly get their way back into the game. I mean, it is 4v5. It's going to be really, really hard, but hey, we're just going to have to see. You know, Nocturne is going to pull out Dragon. Chaos is going to find himself soloing Dragon right now. The ward is in that bush. Darius is there for the support just in case. Talking about supports, here comes X-Special as well. They're obviously very, very curious on what Nocturne is about to do, so they're going to back off and go towards Kassadin in that mid. It's going to be a 1v3, but the Rift Walk will be fine for Kassadin. He is going to get to safety. No problem whatsoever. Reginald going to go towards his blue. Maybe this time he's going to get it. And not Odd One, as Odd One is going towards that Dragon with his team. So if Moscow5 do decide to fight here at Dragon, it's going to be 4v4. Unless Carthus does come and join the pack, but he has got his armor anyway. And here comes Nocturne's armor. He's going to jump straight towards Odd One, and he does actually get feared away there as Genja is going to come straight on towards that TSM lineup. Shen is actually going to ultimate on towards Chaos to try and just undergo some damage, but Chaos, so much damage coming out from that Graves. But here comes Darius doing a little bit, but Warwick is too strong. Kennen does go down. Chaos has to flash away, and Alex is just queuing away on towards the X-Special. Now Chaos, Odd One, and X-Special all low, and here comes Reginald, and he's ready to deal some pain. And there's the pain. It's definitely coming. It's gone on towards Darian. Darian has gone down. Genja flashes over the wall, and Odd One won't even decide to dash over, and that should be a-okay. But I'm not really sure what the exchange was. I think it was 1-1. So all even there. I think I can't. I didn't even catch who the dragon went to actually. I'm that blind. So they are actually going to tower dive on towards Alex here in the mid. Reginald will get that kill, so another kill going on towards that Carthus. And I think we can all agree Carthus towards the late game stage is a deadly, deadly champion, especially with that ultimate.
Well, especially when he's had the kind of start that he's had in this game as well, NZ. And indeed, the Dragon did go to TSM. He said before he wasn't sure. Went to TSM, so they're going to move even further ahead on gold. Looking very strong. I cannot see how Moscow5 can pull themselves back in. It's not just the case that they're 4v5 and 9-3 behind and about 6k behind on gold as well. Very, very difficult for them right now.
Yeah, as you said, 4v5, goes to Pepper, an unexpected disconnect. Not completely sure what's going to happen, but if he doesn't reconnect during this game number 1, hopefully all is fixed for game number 2. Well, we're just going to have to see. That's how it's going to go. As that mid turret is going to go down for TSM. So Moscow5 without a turret now. 3 turrets to 0, in fact. 1 from bot lane, 1 from mid, 1 from top as well. So Chaos is going to farm the minion. Sorry?
Check Nocturne's build, bro. I think they've pretty much given up on this one.
Yeah, I just saw that.
That's a whole lot of words right there.
Wait, what? He's actually making a letter. He's making a word. Diamond is making a word. He's got a W, a P. Well played. Well played. Well played. Oh, I love you, Wards. I love you. They even pinged away just so we could see it. Diamond, well played, son.
Take a bow. But you can't blame him, really, NZ. I mean, there was no way they could come back into this game. Their towers behind, gold behind, players behind, and literally players behind as well on the kills. So, what could they do? Absolutely nothing. The surrender vote's going to come in at 20, no doubts whatsoever. And as I said before, just hopefully Gosu is going to make his way back for that game number 2. Otherwise, Moscow5 will be out of the Corsair Vengeance Cup.
Yeah, I did actually see David has messaged on Skype saying Gozo Pepper has just relogged on Skype and stuff, and he's going to be coming back. But I guess for this game, well, just read the wards, bro. That's all you need to. That's all you need to know. Let's just carry on casting the game until I think they're gonna surrender at 20-0-0. I mean, Nocturne is pretty much a lean, mean warding machine, and we see that in his own base. Well played. Never actually seen that before. That's very creative. I mean, very creative. I just want to look at that WP. Anyway, bot lane, TSM are just gonna push. I don't think that Moscow5 are really trying right now. I mean, Diamond completely sold out, bought some wards for himself. Obviously, warding on the map is very, very important. The vision aspect of things just so important. Chaos is just going to dive straight in, and Diamond's going to use his ultimate on his own tower. So, yep, it looks like Moscow5 have completely given up. Gosu Pepper with the disconnect, although the 3 players of Moscow5 maybe just trying to stop the onslaught from TSM just a little bit. But yeah, I don't have to say anymore, do I, really?
Well, you can't really, get into the in-depth analysis here, NZ. The fact of the matter is it was 2-2 or 3-2 when Gosu Pepper did disconnect, and of course, as soon as he disconnected, Corky got tower dove, then the tower went down, and from there on it was just basically TSM in the driver's seat, cruising down the highway. Nothing could have stopped them. And I think, Moscow5 are just basically going to surrender or try and hold off as long as they possibly can so that they know that Gosu Pepper's internet is stable, so that in game number 2 they should have a full team there, the entirety.
Ooh. Am I allowed to mention that, Bass? Bass? There's an aeroplane in your mic. What? Okay, apparently Moscow5 are asking for a replacement for the second game to replace Gosu Pepper because maybe he's having some internet problems. Obviously, they don't want that happening again. I mean, if they do lose this, they're completely out of the tournament. So it's very, very, very important that they get a player with that stable internet, of course. But TSM, they've pushed the bottom. They're going to be pushing the mid as well. Maybe just they're not probably surrendering because they're maybe just trying to finalize a final player. I mean, Alexic is AFK up the fountain, so I can only guess that that's what's going to happen. So it looks like TSM is going to get game number one, and you know, I did actually want a surprise in the game, and I got it. I got a well played logo in the own base, and Ghostly Pepper reconnected.
It's strange, isn't it? At the very beginning, we were saying, let's hope this lives up to expectations. And I don't think we could have had much more of a disappointing game there, to be honest, Enzi. Especially after the delay. That was kind of a slap to the. Well, I'm not gonna, I'm not going to complete that sentence.
Slap to the
a slap
chops.
to the face. Yeah, to the face.
Yeah, but yeah, Ghostly Pepper, he definitely didn't rage quit, guys. If you're thinking that, definitely wasn't a rage quit. I mean, I think they were literally even. There was 100 gold in it. So it was literally must have been a a disconnect of some kind. So that's how it's gonna go. Looks like they've pushed the bottom and the mid. Ghostly Pepper is back in the game, so I can only guess that they're basically just gonna wait it out to make sure his connection is okay. The surrender votes actually failed for purple team by 1. I think someone's AFK actually. Yeah, Alex has been AFK for a while. So the surrender vote didn't actually come in because someone denied it. So not really sure what's going on, but you know, TSM just pushing that top lane now. They've pushed the mid, they've pushed the bottom. If you guys have just joined us, literally, I have no idea really kind of everything that happened. But yeah, it looks like TSM are going to get game number 1, especially as Diamond has no items.
But he spent them all on his epic portrait, didn't he? So that's the reason. Doesn't
Masterpiece.
It was a
You
masterpiece.
should put that in like a museum of some kind.
Absolutely. And apologies, guys, if we're not exactly digging our teeth hardcore into this game, but I mean, what is there to say, Enzi? It's an incredibly disappointing game. Very unfortunate from Moscow5's perspective. As I said, incredibly even actually, about 100, 200 gold in it. But of course, a 4v5 at this level of the game, when you have these caliber of teams involved, is a big deficit, especially at bot lane there for Corky, who really couldn't do anything as soon as obviously Tarek had disappeared.
Yep, it does look like it's going to be game number 1 to TSM. So a very disappointing first game, but nothing we can really do about it. So hopefully we're going to go swiftly into game number 2. If not, we're not. So I guess we can't really say anything more. So yeah, that's game number 1.